Hayi madudula kube yuvele kubi namhlanje yuvele kubi still pick up guys still pick up kubi ama-Nigeria overpower lapha kuphi kanti bas overpower ama-Nigeria lapha guys still pick up zandi sisize president still pick up.
I think the issue of immigration is an international and a global issue. Now you can respond to it in one of two ways. You can say, how do you integrate citizens who come from other countries, give them legal status, make sure they learn what needs to happen in the country? Because if I want to go live in Germany, I must learn German. I must learn German laws. I must operate the German way. So a dialogue gives us an opportunity to say, what is that way? What is the South African way? But what Dudula is doing is, frankly, in my view, bordering on racism. Because it is going out, identifying people illegally. How does it, what power does Dudula have to verify papers of immigrants? It doesn't. So it goes out, it prescribes who is an immigrant, who's not, and then at the end of the day uses that to scapegoat citizens who come from other countries for government failures. What we should be doing coming out of this is to say, in dealing with the question of immigration, how do we integrate? But more crucially, let us stop ourselves in places where you can have communities that become exclusively about nationalities. You don't want little Lagos, or you don't want little Malawi, or whatever. You want integration. That's my view on immigration. Because then you can share knowledge and you can be part of this beautiful African continent. The same Dudula would never do that to American citizens, to Russian citizens, to any Asian citizens. They do it to fellow Africans. Why? Immigration is immigration, whether black, white, Indian or colored. We must deal with immigration. But let's not be selective about picking where you want to pick and choose. Because at the end of the day, if they finish with the immigrants, they are going to come after Tswanas, Zulus, Xhosas, and then we will all as a society be fragmented into federalism of our own tribes.
No, we are not going to document illegal foreigners. We're not going to do that. But we're not in our country illegally. And this thing. You people saw when people came into our country illegally, you watched it, you did nothing about it for years. So manje when we say ukuthi labantu kumele bahambe nifuna ukuthi documentwe kanjani? How do you document illegality? That's not going to happen. You are trying to correct your own negligence as government by saying, okay, we will right the wrong by documenting illegal foreigners. No, mass deportation is the only answer. It's the only answer. This thing is not two way about it. It is the only answer.
Let us rewind the clock, shall we? Cast our minds back to those tumultuous weeks when Mamusi Maiman drew criticism after accusing anti-migration group Operation Dudula of racial profiling and scapegoating immigrants. The man who once stood as the face of liberal democracy, who championed integration over isolation, found himself in the eye of a political hurricane. Maiman's challenge was as bold as it was controversial. Why are you always after fellow Africans? Why does your operation not address violations across all communities, including white communities? Here stood a politician wielding the mirror of uncomfortable truth, forcing a nation to confront its own contradictions. Was this courage or political suicide? History, as they say, is written by the victors, and in this battle for South Africa's soul, the verdict remains tantalizingly uncertain. The backlash was swift, merciless, and comprehensive. Operation Dudula has been termed Afrophobic by supporters of migrant rights who argue that it is unjustly blaming migrants for economic hardship caused by South Africa's deep inequality. Yet Maiman persisted, advocating for documentation over deportation, integration over isolation. But today, our story takes a breathtaking turn, a plot twist worthy of the greatest political dramas ever penned. The voice that is well known for understanding, for humanity, for the rainbow nation's embrace of its continental brothers and sisters, speaks a different language entirely. From let us integrate to let us investigate, and then address.
No, we are not going to document illegal foreigners. We're not going to do that. But we're not in our country illegally. And this thing. You people saw when people came into our country illegally. You watched it. You did nothing about it for years. Bentulile ningakhulumi nibhekile. So manje when we say ukuthi labantu kumele ukuthi bahambe nifuna ukuthi ba documentwe kanjani? How do you document illegality? That's not going to happen. You are trying to correct your own negligence as government by saying, okay, we will right the wrong by documenting illegal foreigners. No, mass deportation is the only answer. It's the only answer. This thing is not two way about it. It is the only answer. It is the only answer. The leading voices in this matter of illegal foreigners, Operation Dudula, have been saying that for years, for the longest time now, since 2021, since COVID, they've been saying that. Herman Mashaba waibua happy honavalo mass deportation is the only answer. It is the only answer. It is the only answer. In most of the times, Bupilong, and in difficult situations, the only answer it is this hardest one that we must do in order for us to make progress. As a general rule of thumb, in most cases when decisions are difficult, the only answer it is this one, or the one that people are reluctant to do. Mass deportation is the only answer. It is the only answer. Not documenting. And Harry must deport, including Phil Craig, must deport, including Phil Craig, including every illegal foreigner who doesn't come from African soil, comes from somewhere else. They must be mass deported as well, including those ones. This is not only concentrated on illegal foreigners who are of African descent. We are also talking of those that are from any other country. Chinese, whatever, Lebanese, you name them. It is the only answer if our country is to survive and to make it. Not documenting, because if we decide to document, not to decide, it's not going to happen. If we solution document, it means we'll document every Tom, Dick, and Harry must. I know, Sebits. You can't right the wrong by documenting people that came into the country illegal, irrespective of whether they are Africans who came in here or from other countries. Because not only Africans who are here, it is other foreigners from other countries, Europe, Asia. You know, we can talk. We can talk. Pakistanis, Sudanese. Well, I hardly see Sudanese, but Pakistanis. They are not Africans. So when we say mass deportation is the only answer, we are not only saying that it is going to affect only African immigrants. I mean African illegal foreigners. So it is the only answer. Not this nonsense. You know, this nonsense by no. Migration is happening all over the world. That's nonsense. There are 3 presidents that just met now. There was a big military parade. Those 3 presidents don't have this problem. Putin, Xi Jinping, and Kim On-jun. They don't have that problem. Amongst other presidents that we are having, problem of these illegal foreigners coming to their country. They don't have that problem. So until we're not going to document these people. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Mass deportation is the only answer.
Nationwide lawful repatriation is the proposed answer. Do you hear the finality in those words? The absolute certainty? This isn't the language of policy debate. This is the vocabulary of ultimatum. Let us dissect this transformation with the precision of a surgeon's scalpel. The argument now runs thus. You were watching them coming in, you did nothing. Civic groups voiced concerns, and you silenced them. So you cannot now claim there is no solution other than accommodation. The solution is coordinated, lawful repatriation through due process. At first it was just speeches and talking, but now it seems we are in a new era, some taking action, doing it, and the results are visible. They might be small, but step by step we shall get there.
Go. Residents of Tshwane, we've been promising that we'll do something about plastic view and symmetry view. We know what the problems are here. One of the stakeholders that we needed to partner with us on the issue of plastic view and symmetry view is Home Affairs, in addition to South African Police Service. I'm very pleased to report residents of Tshwane that today we had a very successful first day of the cleanup in these areas. We were able to arrest over 90 illegal immigrants and 43 children were found here. Home Affairs is busy processing them, and the 90 are en route to deportation. Residents of Tshwane, this is a huge task, and we always appreciate when government comes together to make sure that we do the right thing, because there's development that has been blocked because as the city we have not been able to deal with the issue of plastic and symmetry view. So we are very happy and very pleased with the progress we made today. Of course, this is just the beginning, and we'll make sure that we come back to finish what we have started.
These words should chill every South African to the bone. Because when rhetoric transforms into action, when words become deeds, when theory meets the harsh reality of human lives, that's when democracies either strengthen or shatter. The transition from what should we do to this is what we're doing represents the most dangerous moment in any political evolution. History is littered with the bones of societies that mistook popularity for wisdom, emotion for reason, fear for strategy. The stage is set. The players have taken their positions. The curtain has risen on what may be the most defining act in post-apartheid South African history. The question that remains is simple. What role will you play?